Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday. I've just come out of the gym and I think I've woken up now. Oh, that was hard work. I did not want to go in. I didn't even want to leave the house. It's freezing cold and it's chucking it down. And I just thought, all I want to do is stay in my pajamas and chill out. But no, I've got too much to do. So I did all the prep meals yesterday. So I'll insert some brief footage of that after this clip. And yeah, we had a really nice day out before that, and yeah, it was great. It was a really nice day yesterday, and like I say, I got all my prep meals done. And the reason for that is because I want to get the other two dining chairs finished today. I think I can do it. I think I can. I've got a bit of video stuff to do when I get back from the gym, so I'll probably do that till about 10ish. Time we're on now, 8:15, and then yeah, I'll make a start on the chairs. All I've got to do is, aside from that, is sort the laundry out and make some food for this evening, and that's it, I think. Oh, I've got to do the juices and the fruit toppings as well. Yeah, so not a lot really. Oh, I've got to write the board out as well. It's never ending, is it? So injection talk. So I'm on the 2.4 now. I started that on Thursday. Actually, I was beating myself up a little bit, just a little bit, but actually I've only just started the 2.4, so I can't be that hard on myself. So we had a bit of a wobble this past week. Weight wasn't great. I actually went up to 13 stone 12, so I had a £4 gain during this week. Prior to that, I was 13.8 and I was at my lowest weight. I've managed to get back down to that, so I've not lost anything more, but I'm not too disappointed because, like I say, I've just started on the 2.4, and this is the only time, I think, since being on the Wegovy that I'm feeling any noticeable suppression, and I feel like it's taking that load off me and carrying me a little bit more, whereas before I was having to supplement the Wegovy with up here and just being so determined not to cock up. So yeah, that's quite nice to know that I'll be going into the next few weeks with that, you know, supporting me a bit more. The 7.2, oh my god. So I've done some more reading up about it, and it's very odd. So what they're doing at the moment, the 7.2 is authorised to be given by pharmacists. However, they haven't got a 7.2 pen in production yet. So what they're doing is they're allowing people to inject 3 2.4 milligram doses. And I've looked at all the research and, you know, all the information that's out there from CQC registered pharmacies, and they're all saying that yes, it is safe to do. So I'm not talking out my arse when I'm talking about this. And yeah, what I find very odd is that there's no 4.8, so there's no like bridging dose. They're saying, oh yeah, anyone who's had little to no side effects on 2.4 is fine to go ahead with the 7.2. And like I say, I find that very bizarre, because surely you would want some kind of bridge from the 2.4 to the 7.2. Seems quite an extreme leap, but you know. And what they're finding is, with the 7.2, from the research that's been done, is that people are getting similar results percentage wise as Mounjaro. So that's very interesting and quite reassuring, hoping that Oviva will agree to give me 7.2 at some point. I'm gonna, you know, say I'll go on with 2.4 because I don't want to just keep leaping up to the next dose like I did originally with the Mounjaro. If it's working, I'll stay on whatever dose I'm on, you know, and then move up, because obviously that then, you know, you're getting the most out of the lower doses, aren't you? So yeah, that's quite good to know. Anyway, like I say, I've had no loss this week, but I've had no gain, and I think that's a win, in all honesty, considering. So I've been in ovulation time and all of that. I feel like I'm coming out the other side of it now. My period's in 11 days, and so the next few days I'm going to have to really make the most of, because after that we go into Hell Week, and that is my weakest time. So my hunger shoots up, my mood can dip, but not massively. Doing quite well with mood wise in the week running up to my period now. I have something called PMDD, And I find that during ovulation, it just rears its head in quite a few different forms. It used to be horrific. I used to have paranoia, horrific relationships, communication with others, all sorts. But as time's gone on, I've done some CBT work, which was quite a long time ago now actually, but it does stick with you. And I also take a supplement, and I think I've mentioned that in my supplement video actually, and that is called pregnenolone, and there's not a huge amount of research been done on it, so I wouldn't advise anyone to take it without really speaking to the doctor about doing it. I take it, and I take it long term. However, I take it in very minimal doses, so I'll every other day it. I was taking it every day, and after doing some more reading, I thought, I'll try it every other day and see if I can, just take the bare minimum that I need to. And I've found that I've got really good balance now. Yes, I do have quite a dip in mood sometimes during ovulation, but it's manageable, and I'm very aware of it when it's coming, and I kind of make provisions to not let it impact me too much. And yeah, so these next few days are going to be really vital in making sure that I see a loss this coming week, because like I say, following that we've got the week running up to my period, hell week. And yeah, I'm saying that most months since being on the injections, whichever one I've been on, I've actually either stayed the same or seen a loss during all that time. It's very rare that I've actually seen a gain in weight, which is so weird, because before that was where I was gaining the most weight, and it was just piling and piling and piling it on. And so now it's still such a bizarre thing to get my head around, because I just never imagined that there'd be something out there that would actually almost reverse that, if you want to put it that way. It's still so strange to me when I think about it, because I was that hopeless and that just, oh well, this is my life, this is what is going to happen. I can't take hormones for one reason or another. Tried all different ones, and I won't go into the ins and outs of a cat's arsehole about all that, but I can't take hormones basically. So I'm really stuck. And so yeah, to think that this is like doing what I need it to do is just absolutely insane, crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna get home now, and I'm gonna get my video stuff done, and then I'm gonna paint some chairs and reupholster them and make them look all pretty. I'm really chuffed with how they're turning out. They just look so good, honestly. I'm just proper chuffed. Anyway guys, I will see you in a bit.
Hey guys, so it's about 5:30 and I've just woken up. So I got back from the gym, did some video editing, recorded a video for my other channel, and then I went in the kitchen and started on the chairs and spent hours sanding them both. So I always forget about the sanding bit and how time consuming it is. Jay's mum actually said a while ago, oh, you don't need to sand them, it'll be fine. But I actually tried one chair without sanding it, and I found that the paint just didn't sit properly. I think it took 3 coats to actually make it look decent. So I thought the rest of them, I'm going to have to sand them. So yeah, I absolutely smashed both the chairs. Went at it for ages. My hands are so sore now. I've got like what looks like the start of a couple of blisters on one of my hands. And they're so dry. I've put loads of moisturiser on, but they're still really Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and have a massive wee, and then I'm going to get some food on. So we're having beef tray bake for tea, and in fact I might just do a beef casserole. I've got enough stuff to do it. Yeah, probably be better as a casserole actually. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to put the food on. I've got to make the juices for the week, and then I've got to make the breakfast toppers as well, and boil some eggs. Mustn't forget that one, because they've been a lifesaver for me during the week. Just have like 2 of them in the afternoon and it just sees me through till tea. But today, I mean, I only had my shake at lunchtime because I thought I should have something, because it was really physically demanding standing in them chairs. So I thought, oh, you know, I better have something, but no appetite at all. Proper weird. I'm not used to this anymore. So, only trouble is, you know, it's great that I'm not getting the hunger and I'm getting all that suppression, but obviously the lack of calories going into you, it can really have an effect on your energy levels. So that's a bit of an arse. But I mean, ultimately the idea of this is to reduce the amount of calories you're eating. I was thinking the other day about, you know, what I'm doing at the minute is very extreme, and I wouldn't recommend eating this way or not eating this way to anyone really as a long-term thing, because literally all I'm having is a collagen coffee, and then my juice in the morning, a shake for lunch, something very, very small, like a couple of boiled eggs in the afternoon, and then a very small evening meal. Well, that's not really a normal way of eating, is it? And like I say, I wouldn't advise anybody to do that as a long-term thing, because, well, I don't think it would be sustainable, to be honest with you. But the aim of what I'm trying to do at the minute is literally to just do anything possible to get this last chunk of weight off me. And then obviously I'll go into maintenance then. But yeah, it's not a great way of living, and there's no way I'll be able to keep it up forever. You know, I'm going to end up getting to a point where I've just had enough and I need to eat something normal. But while I'm getting this suppression, I'm going to make the most of it and just do whatever I can to get this last chunk of weight off. And then, like I say, the idea is then I'll go back to normal eating. But it's so hard, isn't it, to find that happy medium? It's a bugger. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in a bit.
guys, it's me. So I'm just about to get in the bath. I've got loads done. I've had a very productive day. I am not hungry in the slightest. So all I could manage was a little bit of beef from the beef casserole, and that's it for tonight. So yeah. It's very weird because I've not had suppression like this since I've been on the Mounjaro. So I'm not complaining, but just very strange. So I'll see what tomorrow brings. It just feels a little bit like I just don't feel right not eating that much. But I suppose that's the idea, isn't it, of these injections? But I think you can go too much the other way, can't you? So, you know, I would say really this dose right now is probably a little bit too strong for me, but I know I'm going to get used to it really quickly, and then it won't be doing anything, and then I'll be like So I suppose I just need to make the most of this short period of time where I am getting that suppression and I can get as much weight off as quickly as I can before things start to normalise again. So it's just a very hard one to balance, isn't it? Anyway, that's to say, I'm going to get in the bath now. So I'll end the vlog here, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.